What's up, guys? How many of you guys actually know that you want to have more power in your life? How many of you guys want more power? You want more happiness? You want more money? You want to grow your business, take your business to the next level? Or maybe some of you guys are just tired of continuously having the ups and downs and you're tired of selling for any less than what you want from now on. Well, good, because that's why I'm doing this training. I was there too, all right? So first, I want to share something with you that I share with the people when they come to Champion and when they come to our battle-tested business blueprint or the battle-tested business school. And this is about you, all right? This is about you and your commitment and how I'm looking for you and I to play the game together today. And this is just a request, all right? There's a book that I like to read from. It's called The Warrior Ethos. And it's written by Stephen Pressfield, but there's something in there that I want to share with you. And I want you to consider this as it relates to our training today. And it's called The Opposite of Fear is Love. And it's like the greatest counterpoise to love, the ancients believe, or the greatest counterpoise to fear, the ancients believe, is love. The love for the warrior, for his individual brother at arms. And I want to say that while we're on this call, I like to consider you and I brothers at arms, right? I have a family, I have a business, I'm building something that I really believe in, and I believe that you are the same as me. So I am considering you my brother at arms, all right? On the eve of battle, at the Battle of Thermopylae, when the Spartans knew that they were all going to die, one of the warriors turned to their leader, the warrior Deaconess, and asked him, "What is it that we should hold in our thoughts and our minds so we stay confident today, knowing that we're all going to die?" The warrior Deaconess looks over at this warrior and he looks at his men and he says, don't fight for such lofty goals as your home. Don't fight for your families. Don't fight for patriotism and honor. All those other things that we look at. Fight for this today, this alone. The man standing at your shoulder. For in him he is everything. And everything is in him. Today as you're on this training, I want you to do that. I want you to fight for me. I want to fight for you. I want you to really get this because I understand that if you will play your game of life this way, your family will succeed, your businesses will grow, you will actually be more powerful, you will live the life that you want, you will stop the ups and downs that continue to happen in your life, and you will finally achieve the level of success that you really want. And if you will play your game that way on the other side of this training, and you will fight for me to deliver it that way because you will engage at 100%, you will take this information, you will use it when you leave, then I win. My family will succeed. We will never die because you and I are coming into an agreement that I will play at 100% for you, and you will play at 100% for me. Are you guys willing to play that way today? And there's something that we also do in this academy here at Warhorse where we fight for each other. We call it our battle cry. So when I say Warhorse, you will say, "Who?" You'll play that game, and that's the energy I want you to play with. Now I get it. Some of you guys may be driving, or you may be at home, or you may be listening to this in your car or on your headset. I still want you to play like that. I don't give a fuck who's around, because that's what this is about. You are stronger than your thoughts, and if your thoughts stop you from doing whatever it takes to be successful, what else in your life is going to fucking stop you? That's what this is about. All right. So again, Warhorse, if you're going to play like that, let's do it. I want to invite you to this game. All right. Now, next, is it cool if I tell you a little bit about myself? All right. I hope you said yeah, because I'm going to tell it anyways. A few years ago, if you guys have heard my story, like I said, you know that I lost everything. I found myself crying at the beach in 2007, and I had to tell my wife, Sharon, that we were broke and that we weren't going to be able to functionally do shit. I had built up my business over the last, 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden it was gone in a moment's notice. Like that, we were fucking bankrupt, and I didn't know how we were going to make it. That settled shitty with me. I didn't want to continue to go through these highs and lows of my life where I was up one time, losing in something else. I had great in business and then we were failing in my marriage. Or I was great in marriage and then my business wasn't doing so great. Or I was great physically, but then I wasn't connected to my purpose. I didn't feel like I was serving a purpose anymore, and it drained me. That high and low, those peaks and valleys in my life, I was so tired of them. And that started a journey of rebuilding myself and seeking out answers for me. And I stopped looking outside of me or outside of the things that I was doing, right, to solve my problem, to find that answer I found that I could really only be found inside of me, right? I spent the time and I traveled and I got all these coaches and gurus and I went to seminars and all these training camps and webinars and I bought all these courses, and slowly but surely I started to learn what worked, and I applied those things, and I rebuilt my business, I rebuilt my marriage, and I also built Warhorse Strength Camp, which is now the Warhorse Academy, where we actually teach these strategies to help people like you start to win it all in your life. Whether it's in business, whether it's in your marriage, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's getting physically fit or physically strong, the way that you know that you were created to be, because you know that you are a champion and you can win. That's why this is so important to me. That is my purpose, my drive, is to help you solve and find the answers to the things that I was searching for in my life. It's my purpose. It's my duty. I feel called to do this thing. And I want to welcome you to this journey that I'm on now with you. All right. So what's in this class for you? I'm going to share with you the thing that I learned that actually worked in my life. The number one secret to becoming unstoppable that allowed me to actually stop with the ups and downs, and it allowed me to start winning. Because I knew there was more to me. I knew that everybody wasn't going through what I was going through. So what is it that they knew that I didn't? Or what is it that they knew and I knew that I wasn't applying? Because that became the next question for me. So if I know it all, then why aren't I having it all? Why aren't I winning it all in my life the way that I know that I'm supposed to, right? Maybe that's where you are. Have you ever been in that place where you go, man, are they that much fucking better than I am? Where I can't win and succeed at the level that they are? What is it that I'm doing wrong? And that spirals out to sometimes anxiety, sometimes feeling overwhelmed, sometimes you don't know what you're going to do now, like you feel like everything you do is not working. Well, that's why I wanted to do this training, because I wanted to share something with you. The number one secret to becoming unstoppable and winning it all in your life, to where you know that if you want it, you choose it, and you will have it, and nothing can keep you from it, not even you, because that's what I wanted. And if you're like me, I know you want that too. All right, so you guys ready to learn? Warhorse, who? Good, let's get it. So, stronger than your thoughts. You are stronger than your thoughts. The number one secret to being unstoppable and getting anything that you want in your life, and I really mean that. Like, some people come up with 10,000 excuses to what they can't have, but I can tell you that's just them being weak and afraid to fail and worried about what other people are going to think about them and feeling disapproval from the people that they surround themselves with, because most of the people they surround themselves with suck. That's why they will continue to suck, is that you are stronger than your thoughts. You are stronger than your thoughts. Say that with me. I'm stronger than my thoughts. When you understand the number one secret to being unstoppable and having anything that you want in your life is that you are stronger than your thoughts, things begin to change. So, we will break right into this training, and you may be asking, so Victor, how is it that I'm not getting what I want if you say the number one secret to being unstoppable and having anything you want in your life, or achieving the things that you want in your life, comes from the one strategy, the number one secret, that I'm stronger than my thoughts? Good. I'm happy you asked that. So we're going to break that down. So when we look at it from that perspective, what are your thoughts? Where do thoughts come from? Thoughts come from your mind, right? If somebody grabs one of your kids, your mind is going to it'll create a bunch of thoughts, but at some point, if somebody gives you an ultimatum, you're going to have to do whatever it takes to get the job done. And if you aren't willing to do stuff like that, man, you may not succeed. Your thoughts will try to stop you. Your thoughts are created with your mind. You are not your mind, because that's what I want to kind of show you guys. If you, right? So you guys can see this. If you are not your mind, because if the only thing stopping you is you, and you are not your mind, then what is your mind? All right, so that's going to be the next question. So if we look at it from that perspective, what is your mind? What is your mind? Your mind is storage. Your mind basically is where your thoughts are stored at. All of the conditioning, your thoughts, your feelings. Somebody told you something when you were a kid. It made you feel good. It made you feel special. Also, when you were a kid, you learned how to get food from your parents, how to get held, how to get loved. And that's fine when you were a child, but as you get older, that conditioning, that thought process, all the stuff that people gave you, all the times you watched people cry, all the times you watch other people get mad, all the times you got mad, all of those things are stored in your mind. And as a situation happens, that thing comes up. Because your mind's job is naturally to bring up information, to bring up thoughts, to bring up things that are supposed to help you. A lot of times those things that help you to keep you safe. But unfortunately, keeping you safe sometimes keeps you stuck. It makes you feel overwhelmed. Because unfortunately, when your mind is under pressure, it will do its job. And that's helped support you by letting you remember the things that got you to where you are today. But here's where this thing gets tricky. What got you where you are today may not take you where you want to go tomorrow. I'll say that again. What got you where you are today may not take you where you want to go tomorrow. So all of the ups and downs that you may be feeling that you have in your life, why you can't be happy, why your marriage isn't working, why the business that you want isn't taking off, or why the shit that you have right now that's so good and you believe that there's more, that you feel empty inside, or you feel overwhelmed because you accepted this one thing and now it feels like you're not going to get the job done, all created your mind to tell you the thoughts and the stories, and it creates these things that kind of show up in your space, in your mind, your space, the way that you think, your thoughts, and allow you to either take action or not. So, if your mind is responsible for whether you take action or not, and here's the other thing. You can actually take action, but sometimes the action that you need to take will not get you what you want to receive, which is why it seems like you go through the highs and the lows, because what will happen is your mind will bring up a situation that's happened in the past, and while you may say, yeah, I know that I need to do this, but last time I remember, this happened to me, so when I do it this time, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it that much because I don't want to get hurt, I don't want to be embarrassed, I don't want people to not like me, I don't want this to happen, I don't want to fail. Or what if I win, now I got to pay taxes if I get all this money? Or what if she likes me and now I have to go out with her again? Or what if she doesn't like me and I got to, go back and tell everyone I failed? All of that shit comes up because your mind remembers, or your mind creates stories. And some of those stories may not even be about you. All right, some of them may be about some other shit that you heard, which is why it's so important for you to protect your mind and the shit that goes into it, because your mind is going to remember everything that you can, and it's set up to help you either take action or not take action, which is so important, right? So, you are not your mind. Your mind creates your thoughts. So if it's just you, and it's just your mind, and it's just your thoughts, when you realize that the true power comes in understanding that you're stronger than your thoughts, that your mind is not you, right? When you were born, we'll just call it your true self, right? When you were born, you were in your true self. You were born relentless. You were taught to relent by other people who try to keep you safe. I teach this all the time when we go through our champion selection, which is our 3-day training camp. Your true self was when you were born, you were a baby. You were powerful at that time. You were unstoppable as a baby, right? And then all of a sudden you got taught by your parents what to do. You got taught by church what to do. You got taught in school how to live, how to walk, how to talk, how to breathe, how to express. You began to get socialized with all the things that are about that world, the world that you live in. It's the only world you know. It's not good or it's not bad. As a matter of fact, we all live in different worlds, even though we may see the same things based on what we were taught as kids. Our mind stored that information that allows one of us to be successful in the same area, and then allows somebody else that's in the same area to not be. It's just what we were taught, right? So as you were born, you're relentless, you're unstoppable, you have all this shit going on. And as you become conditioned with all the different stuff, you create your false self, or who you are, who you think yourself to be. Could be a bunch of different things. Your ego is the person outside of you, all this other stuff, right? But broken down simply so you can remember this stuff for this specific training, your true self is your most powerful self. That's who you were born to be. That's your God-given right. That's your highest connection to God and source and spirit, whatever you want to call it. And that is the strongest you ever, right? And who you believe yourself to be right now is your false self. All the shit that you've been taught in your life. And I know this is some higher level stuff, but stick with me. This is important. So when you know you are not your mind. Your mind typically is based off of your false self. All the thoughts, all the feelings that you have, all the emotions that you run through, all the shit that you believe is stopping you, which really isn't. It's just your thoughts and your mind trying to keep you safe from harm. And harm is what? Sometimes it's growth. Because all the things that you're afraid of typically from happening usually aren't real anyways. It's just your mind telling yourself a story, right? And it triggers you to do something or to not do something, right? So, how's that work? How's that working for you? How is it working for you? Is your mind serving you right now? Are you surrounded by and have been taught by a bunch of people who have exactly what you want? Do they have the marriage you want, the relationship that you want? Are they having sex, the amount of times that you want in their marriage, that you want in yours? Are they making money? Do they have the business you want? Are they growing the way that you want? Are they saying the shit that you need to hear that allows you to take in that information in your mind to hold on to it long enough to catapult you forward to the level that you want to go and grow? Is it doing that right now? I can say that it's not. I can say that if you're on this call, if you're on this training, and you know that you want more in your life, no matter what that is, then whatever's going on, you probably are not getting that information. So what does that mean? You must start to understand that all of the shit that's going on in your mind, the number one secret to being unstoppable is you have to question everything that's going on. If you can question every thought that comes into your mind, if you question everything that your mind brings up to you, when you recognize in the moment that it's not you, it's a thought. Your mind created it around a situation that is happening, has happened in the future, it has happened in the past, or will happen in the future, but it's not right at this moment. You can now begin to choose what it is you want based on what you want to see as an outcome. So let's say you want to grow your business and you want to get more clients. And you go, well, cool, I'm going to try to get more clients, but I don't have the money. Go find it. Your brain will go, yep, you don't have the money, and the last time you did it, you failed, and everybody got mad at you because you didn't do well. Or you failed and you lost money, so what is it you're going to do? How many times are you going to do that? Or you're going to be looking down on it. Everybody's going to be looking at you crazy because you're a failure. You're like, you don't want to feel like that. You don't want everybody to be looking at you that way. Everybody's going to be mad. All of these thoughts, when really what's happening at that moment, you're just fucking standing there still thinking about how you want to grow your business, you want to make more money, there's a marketing class coming up, it costs X amount of dollars, you want to pay for it, and you want to go. In those moments when you take a step back and you go, wait a minute, none of that shit's happening. All that's happening was I said I want to grow my business. I need more marketing. I'm going to invest the money to go to a class. That's what I want. And then you can choose. That's it, man. When you understand that you are not your mind, that you're stronger than your thoughts, that every thought that comes into your mind, you can hold that thought captive for a second. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying that you have to practice this. But when you get this, you can become unstoppable because the next step will catapult you to the level that you want to go. And then the next step. And then at some point, your mind finally takes a step back and goes, well, wait, hey, I guess that wasn't that bad. Fine, we didn't get hurt. Oh, but there's another step, and look what you got to do now. And what if that one fails? The last one worked out okay, but you never know about this next one, and you never know. And what's your mind's favorite phrase? What if? You never know. What if this happens? Well, the other side of that coin is this. Everybody is this way. Maybe we can make a way. All of those are thoughts that come into your mind that turn into stories, lies, and excuses keeping you from what you want. It is your responsibility to be responsible from now on, to be able to choose and understand that your thoughts in your mind are not you. They're just thoughts. They're not even your thoughts most of the time. They're usually fears. Your mind is a system based in fear. And that fear mechanism brings up memories and thoughts and other shit that are from other people that may have taught you something. You may have seen something. You even may have experienced it. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen again when you trust yourself to move forward and do the shit that you know that you want to do because you're called to do it because you're acting based on who you are, your true self. Your true self can't be held down for long. It can be traced over by a bunch of other shit. Fears, doubts, worries, anxieties, concerns, and overwhelmed. But the true you will always shine through if you act on it. But you have to train yourself to be that person. You have to train yourself to be stronger than your thoughts. But it can happen. All right, so next, as it relates to your mind is a system based in survival and fear. So important. Your mind is a system based in survival and fear. So if you want to take a look at it like this, you yourself, you are the computer and your mind is the system, right? It's the software. You have to be aware of the program that runs you at all times. When you understand that your mind is a system that's based in survival only and fear, it is not set up to keep you, to make you successful. It's not set up to help you succeed. It is set up to keep you safe. And the way to go about keeping you safe is to look out for everything that could be in its path to make sure that you stay safe, right? And you've heard the story, and I think it's a bullshit story, but it makes sense. At some point when we were humans and we could be attacked by animals out there in the world before the world was the way it was, we had to think like that. So our mind served this purpose, but your mind's job is not to make you successful. It is to help you survive at a base level. That's it. By always creating fear. But you are not your mind. Like we said in the beginning of this training, when you understand that you are not your mind, that you have a mind, that you can listen to your mind's thoughts that come in that are usually based in fear, self-doubt, worry, anxiety, and overwhelm, you can now take a step back and say, okay, cool. That is not me. I want this thing. The thoughts came into my mind about what if and what happens and what if this. And remember last time you tried, but then you can still make a decision. And you can trust yourself and say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. And you do it real time. You see, you can make decisions and you can take 100% relentless action as your true self in the moment, but you cannot do it if you wait. So you have to train yourself to recognize when those crazy ass thoughts come up that are just based in survival and fear, that whether you are going to take action on the thing that you want or you are going to let it stop you. And let me ask you this. What if you knew that you couldn't fail? What if you knew that you had all the strategies to overcome any obstacle in your life? I guarantee you would choose more and you would choose better, or you wouldn't be on this training right now, right? What if you knew that you were guaranteed by the universe himself that you could not fail, that anything you wanted, you could choose it and you had to achieve that goal? You'd be vicious. You'd be fucking relentless. You would let nothing stop you. You would be unstoppable in every step because you knew you had to do it. But you have to train yourself to be a person that will succeed in spite of anything. You will train yourself to be stronger than your thoughts because you are. Here's the magic behind this. It's a daily practice, so you get the opportunity to practice. But in order for you to practice being stronger, that means you have to stretch and do things that are outside of your comfort zone. Because if your mind is based in fear and survival, that means you have to step into the unknown a lot. Whether it's in the marriage that you want, you're going to have to bet on yourself and make different decisions. You're going to have to take some different tactics that you want to take to grow your business. You have to make a decision once and for all that you will no longer settle for the peaks and valleys and the ups and downs in your life and say, you know what? I'm no longer going to deal with that. The only thing keeping you on that crazy ass emotional roller coaster is you, because every time shit gets tough or every time things get harder, every time you begin to doubt yourself, your thoughts, your mind comes in and you succumb to those thoughts and you stop doing and taking the actions that you know you need to take, and you quit or you slow down or you don't go at 100% and your mind goes, you see? Ooh, that was close. We almost lost. Now your mind's not working against you. When you understand your mind is not working against you, say, my mind's not working against me. It's protecting you from what it thinks is going to hurt you. Sometimes going to the next level is scary, but you have to get there. It will not hurt you to be there. As a matter of fact, it's hurting you by staying where you're at. There's a saying that one of my mentors said. He's like, the devil you don't know sometimes is better than the devil you do. It's better for you to take the chance. Train yourself to overcome your fears, doubts, worries, and anxieties and step into the unknown and do what is unknown for you. If you believe that it's going to make you better because your true self has a calling and you know that you want to win. This is how you achieve anything in your life. This is now how we play the game and how I want you to start playing the game too. All right? And the last three things I want to share with you are three things that I find to be interesting, because I've worked with athletes, professional fighters. I've worked with wrestlers playing at the highest level from high school all the way up to Olympic level. Elite soldiers that are going to the highest level where they're special forces, rangers, deltas. All of those things, and they all have a couple of things in common that they do. And I want to share those three things with you. One, and I want you to do this. Write this down. Choose your thoughts. Listen to your thoughts. And if there are thoughts that don't serve you to go where you want to go, pick new ones. Yes. Choose your thoughts. Listen to your thoughts. And if they don't serve you, pick new thoughts. You have the power. You are strong enough to choose your own thoughts. Man, go figure. No one will teach you that. No one will say that. Even if you've heard it. If you aren't living the life you want or having the things that you want happen in your life right now, then they don't matter. I want you to do this. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I want you to model what I do. Model what the people that I've helped have done. We make a decision to listen to our thoughts. We choose our thoughts. And if they aren't the thoughts that we need to get us where we want to go in business or in marriage or in life, so we actually achieve the life and success that we want, we create new thoughts. We are creators. That's what champions do. The definition of a champion is one who conquers. And if you aren't facing a challenge, you can't conquer anything. So you must create your new level of growth by creating the new thoughts that you need to get where you want to go. That is how you get results. Choke to death on my own spit. Right? Whew. Man, I really hope that you understand this. This shit blew my mind. Maybe it hasn't blown yours yet, but you will, because I want to invite you to something. Here's the deal. I have a training that I have coming up, and I want to invite you to this if you're on this training. We have some technical difficulties, but I wanted to make sure that I give this to you because this is so freaking important to me. This changed my life. I know what it feels like to question how I'm going to pay bills. I know what it feels like to wonder whether I'm going to eat next month. I know what it feels like to have a family and to really want to build something in my life and to be torn between what I feel like I need to do but what I feel like I'm called to do. I know what that feels like intimately, to cry in the shower and wonder how I'm going to fucking make it because I'm questioning me and who I am as a man. All right? So I believe that this is my purpose, to be able to help you overcome what it takes in your life so you can have the life that you want to in your true self, that calling that you believe that is inside you, that voice that calls out to you, go, dude, there's more. There's more for you. There's more for your family. There's more that you could be having in your business. There's more money. There's more happiness. There's more power. There's more life. There's all of this shit. It's all afforded to you. That is my personal purpose to do this, which is why I wanted to do this. So I have a program that's coming out, and it's called Stronger. It's 100 Stronger because we're taking 100 men for 100 days, and we're going to be working on all of these things to help you overcome the challenges that are going to happen in your mind as you go to the next level of play. And I don't know what that is for you. It could be your business. It could be your marriage. It could just be you overcoming the challenges of being who you know that you're called to be, whatever that is, right? Here's some of the things that I want to share with you. First, in Stronger, you won't just practice being stronger. You will have to be stronger every day. You will make commitments. You are going to learn how we go about succeeding in spite of anything, taking action in spite of fear, overcoming all of the things that we believe stop us, and actually holding each other to this new standard that we call the champion standard to play that game so we actually succeed in our lives and get real results in the real world. I don't know about you, but I want to live in the fucking real world. I live in the real world now. Right? I have a real family, real business. I got real clients and real people like you, and I'm committed to helping them win. So anything that I share with you has to work in the real world. It needs to fucking work. It cannot be la la land shit. And I want you to play that game with me too, right? This will teach you how to stop seeking approval from other people and start approving of yourself. The reason why you don't approve of yourself is because you don't trust yourself. If you have a business, people buy from people they trust. And if you don't trust you, how the fuck are they going to trust you? I want to teach you how to do that, how to live from that space, how to come from 100% pure confidence in yourself. I know people poo-poo on confidence, but let me tell you, if you aren't confident, you can't win shit. Your mind will beat you every time. You will not be stronger than your thoughts. Your thoughts will always be stronger than you if you lack confidence. Because with no confidence comes no clarity. And through clarity comes focus. Most men can't focus, so they can't win. You see, in Stronger, we will teach you our methodology, the 9 standards that we hold to ourselves to overcome the thoughts that come into our minds that stop us from taking action and allows us to take 100% complete and utter focus until we win, as long as that takes. When you're a champion, you're willing to do whatever it takes. And you can't do that if you are not stronger than your thoughts, if you are still connected to who you think you are, and that's your mind, and that's what your mind wants you to think, all right? So this is a 4-week training, and this 4-week training continues on to 4 weeks, into another 4 weeks, into another 4 weeks. But I want to break it down into 4 weeks because I don't want everybody thinking that far away, because your mind will be like, what, 12 months? Like, look, tell your mind, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And then I want you to take the next step. I want you to commit to stop feeling and living from weakness and fear and obligation from other people and start believing and being confident in who you are. And living from your own approval and your own power. And do that because you owe it to yourself to do that. This is so important. This one strategy, this one thing that I taught you today, you can use. And you can use it by yourself or you can use it with me. And if you want to know how it works to be in our family, I'll show you what that looks like. All right, here we go. Now, out of 10 people, typically, 2 people succeed, right? You heard that, right? Only 2 out of 10 people succeed, right? So that's 2 out of 8. So that's 8 people fail. They fail at this. They fail at business. They fail at marriage. They fail at life. Like that sucks. Only 2%, 2 people, 2 out of 10, right? Who the hell wants these odds? Me. I will take those odds every fucking time. In the Warhorse Academy, we take those odds. 2 against 8, man, that's us. We'll do it, right? And in my family, we have business guys, right? Us versus them. My business guys win. My business guys grow their businesses. They raise their incomes. They raise their growth in their businesses. They actually build businesses built off purpose and drive. Instead of selling their soul down the river for dirty money, taking money from anybody who will pay them because they're so tired of that. My guys actually win in that arena. That 2 out of 8, that's us. We take that every fucking time, right? My investors have taken that. They've won. My MMA fighters. So when our MMA fighters came to us, and this is years ago, we're talking about business for you guys, but I want to show you what it's like to be in this Warhorse Academy, this family, how we play the game here. Like, out of those guys, not all those guys make it. The guys that came to us in this academy that played this game, the stronger than your mind, and then we implemented the strategies that we do now for normal men and women in business to be able to play their game of life this way. These guys went to the UFC, they went to Bellator, they won titles, they defended titles, they won, they succeeded. All the other ones who stayed behind, those other 8 failed. The 2 out of 8, the other ones, they didn't succeed. All right? Our wrestlers. Also, out of a huge group of, a room full of wrestlers, that 2 out of 8, that 20 out of whatever it was, like 80 or 60 or whatever those ones, they succeeded. We won. They took top spots. They won states. They won OIAs. They won, that was the convict, is like the, like kind of like regionals and district and all the other stuff. They won those things. They succeeded. And the other ones, they didn't. They didn't make it. They were the 8 that failed. All right? My wife, let's say Sharon, got out of the military, started her own business, started her own careers. She continued to succeed. She's my family. We sleep in the same bed together. You know, we were going through divorce. We fought it. We won. What did I say? Every 8 out of 10 marriages fail. 8 of them fail. 2 only make it. We are the 2. What did I say? My family. It's what it's like to be a part of this family that I've created. This is what it's like to have somebody on your team that will continue to hold you to this higher standard, that allows you to continue to be stronger than your thoughts. Because technically, everybody would fail, right? You know, my kids, other people, other business entrepreneurs, people who've rebuilt their lives, rebuilt their families, rebuilt that stuff, that came to join this academy. In the trainings and the programs and the seminars and the teachings that we follow, the principles that we follow, the standards that we hold ourselves to, these have allowed people to consistently succeed and get real results in the real fucking world with shit that matters. Right? And I want you to do the same thing with us. All right. So, here's how this is going to work. Stronger, typically for a month, is usually $1,000. But that you've been on this call, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to be on this call. I'm going to make it a no-brainer. It's going to be $199. Yep, $199. That's ridiculous. I don't even know how much it is. It's like, what, 90% discount or 80% discount, right? 80% off, whatever. But it'll be $199 for 4 weeks. And if you want to do a monthly, if you're going to commit with me monthly for 12 months, I'll make it $99. Why am I doing this? Because I want to get more people in it. Man, this shit changed my life. Stronger, or this concept behind the inner game. Understanding how to win the inner game so I can actually have real results in my life. Save my marriage. It saved my business. It saved me. It saved other people like you. And it is my personal purpose, like I said earlier, to make sure that I help more people do the same thing, solve this thing, to get off of that high and low roller coaster of going up and down all the fucking time, questioning who you are, doubting yourself, living from fear and weakness and obligation, always thinking the next thing is out to get you. This saved me. So I want to help more people be involved in this thing, and I figure, well, shit, if it's just price, then let's make it a no-brainer for everybody involved. So it's either 12 months for $99, or it's $199 for 4 weeks, and you can do a monthly payment after that of the next $199 as long as you join within the next 24 hours of watching this video training that I have for you. Because it's free. I hope you use it. I hope you understand this thing. So, again, normally it's $1,000. It is what it is. $1,000 a month. That's what everybody's been paying in the past. But I told myself, hey, look, if people sat through this training because I wanted them to have this, I want to do more. I want to help massive amounts of people with this information because it served me. It served my family. It served my business. It continues to serve me. When I live it, I do great. When I don't, and I have to go back to it because it's a constant practice, my life starts to fucking suck again. And that's that high and low thing I talk about. And I want to say this to you too. You know what it's like to be a part of my family. I showed you. And now, you just need to decide once and for all whether you're going to be a 2 or you're going to be an 8. Do you want to be one of the 2 that wins or you want to be one of the 8 that fails? That's it. It's a simple decision, right? And I want to help you do that. So this is the last part about this thing, and we're going to let you guys go. And I appreciate you guys being on this training, and I look forward to talking to you. If you are in for the $99 a month for the next 12 months, just go ahead on and hit that buy button below or the link, and you're going to fill that out, and you're going to make your first payment of $99, and then we'll get you lined up, send you all the details through email. If you want to, do just the 4 weeks and you want to just try me out, fucking jump on and try me out. Let's see how your life can change in a month, and I will fight for you. Like I said in the beginning of this training, I will fight for you. I will fight for your family. As long as you fight for me, you fight for mine. We'll both show up at 100%. It'll be $199. Still a no fucking brainer. It's not $1,000. Normally it's $1,000. If you come back later, granted, man, pay the $1,000. It'll be really worth your investment. It'll be worth your investment to be able to go where you want to go, build a business, have the life that you want, succeed at the level that you know that you're supposed to be able to. But in the end, you recognize, at least from this training, you are stronger than your thoughts. You are not your mind. It really takes you to take a step back and realize that you can choose your thoughts. You can listen to your thoughts. You can insert and create new thoughts that guide you to where you want to go. And I want to say, you must be a person that's willing to do whatever it takes. You have to be a person that's willing to do whatever it takes. You have to train yourself to do that. This is that time for you to make a stand once and for all. Get off of the fucking rodeo of being up and down all over the place, the emotional roller coaster, and start choosing to be a part of the 2 that are going to succeed from now on. And to do that, you must be a person that's willing to do whatever it takes, and that whatever it takes is right now. So go to that button, fill out your form, and go on and pay the $99, and let's get started, man. Let's get this fucking done, because I like to work with people who like to play the game. And if you just want to do a month because that's where you're at, you're only going to be able to commit for a month, that's cool. Let's fucking commit for a month. Let's get it going. Let's get you at least started at $199 for the next 4 weeks. And I got you. We will make this work. All right. So I look forward to this. I thank you so much for getting on this call. I'm looking forward to fighting, standing shoulder to shoulder next to you, fighting for you and you fighting for me, and we all go in and we start living and playing this game of life to win it instead of watching it like spectators from the fucking sidelines. That is no longer the way that we're going to play this game. You are a champion and you are stronger than your thoughts. And I want you to start playing a game like that. Are you going to be a 2 or are you going to be an 8? Let's get this thing done. Wage war.